Hi everyone. It's just me right now, I can see that, but we are going to go ahead and make a card today. Thank you for joining me. For those of you that are here or maybe join me later, I want to make a mini slimline today. And I know it's a busy time of year, and this isn't a Christmas card that we're making today, but we still need all those other kinds of cards, so we are going to do that. Let's talk about what we're using today. First of all, I have the mini slimline die. This is new to the store. It is the Celtic twist. It's absolutely beautiful, very intricate, but I didn't have any issues. Hi Carol, how are you? Welcome, I'm glad you're here. I was basically just kind of going over the products that I'm going to be using today to make the mini slimline that I plan to use. So as I said, this is the Celtic twist, and it's just beautiful. I didn't have any issues running this through my die cutting machine, but if you do, you may need a metal shim. Just kind of follow the directions for your die cutting machine. But I love these because these are 3 inches by 6 inches. We're also going to be using this. This was previously released. It's the Wildflower clippings dies. It's just like a perfect staple kind of floral die cut that is great. I have a few of the extras in the back here. But yes, it's great. I love using that one. And then we're going to be using this brand new Simply Sentimental U stamp set. I love the Simply Sentimentals. They are... I feel like those are a staple for sure because you've got your big word, the matching die, and I've showed this before. I know lots of others have as well. You could use completely on its own because it'll die cut like this, but if you use it with the words, you get this. So that's lots of fun. So here we have the Simply Sentimental U. To save a little bit of time, I went ahead and die cut out most of my pieces, and so here is the color we're going to be using. So I die cut this out of this really pretty blue. I love that. And for my card base, because it's a mini slimline, you need a 6x6 card base. And oops, we're going to go ahead and score this. So this is 6 inches by 6 inches. And I'm going to score this at 3 inches. I can, oh, see, I use the tool all the time. It's just sitting here. Hi, Kim. Yay, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad everybody's here that can make it. You know, middle of the week, people have lots going on. Totally get that. All right. And I usually make my mini slimlines out of, it's a little bit heavier cardstock. I don't know why. It's just, that's what I do. I make it out of 12 by 12 white cardstock. So I'll tell you, it was a little bit hairy whether or not I was even going to be here because as I was getting things ready, my computer decided it needed an update, and I was like, oh, is this going to have time? But we're here. We made it, you know. There you go. All right, so there is that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this down. And this is an intricate die, but I'm going to stick to mostly the edges and a few prominent spots where I think it could potentially stick up, but I'm really not that worried about the middle. So just a few spots, not a lot, because I just don't think it's necessary. And really there aren't too many spots that would stick up. In my middle, I'm going to have something in the middle anyway. So I'm not worried. I'm not worried. All right. So then we'll just stick that down on top. Okay, so I may have cut my cardstock a little bigger, so we'll trim that off afterwards. So I have a tiny little white border there, but I'm not worried about it. I'm going to let that sit for a minute and kind of dry, and then we'll bring in the rest of the pieces. Again, because you don't want to sit and watch me die cut the whole time. I already did a bunch of it. Okay. So what's everybody up to today? Probably working, getting stuff ready for the holidays, all that stuff. Okay, so what I do have is the word you. These are our Wildflower clippings. I'm not sure I stuck them back in place. It really wasn't necessary because I'm not going to do any sort of ink blending or coloring on them. I want everything to just kind of be as it is. So I die cut the shadow from the word you out of some white cardstock. And then I've got the letters, so we're just going to pop those out. And they're very easy to line up. Work, work, work. I hear you, Kim. Doing it from home, but I get you. And I'm telling you, I haven't really felt that up to it these days. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Probably because my to-do list is so long right now. You ever get that point where you're like, oh, I have so much to do. I think I'll just sit here. I try not to, but it does happen from time to time. All right, I'm just using the reverse tweezers and a little bit of glue. And then I can pop that down. Well, I'm making Christmas crafts, working on shipping labels to 2 friends in Canada, earliest I've ever shipped their gifts. Good for you. I need to go to the store and get international postage, so I need to go to the post office and get that. I tried to go to the post office the other day, and it was insane. You're actually in the office today, Kim. All right. Yeah, the post office was so crazy out the door, and I'm in Huntsville, but I'm actually in Owens Crossroads, which is a small town, like right outside of Huntsville. And that post office was so crazy that I was like, nope, not today. So I walked on out because I had other appointments that I had to get to. And I just went to Publix and grabbed some postage, but I really do need international postage. There we go. Yes, all the time. I get overwhelmed. Yeah, right? And then you just can't move. I know I can't be the only one. Sometimes it's just, it's hard. It's so hard. Yes, you do, Kim. You become paralyzed by it. And it almost makes you a little emotional because it's like, what is going on? I have to get things done, but sometimes I just can't. And then, like, I need to clean up this room. I've been trying to get far ahead. Trying to work almost through the month because we have company coming next Wednesday, and it doesn't end until the beginning of the year. And I am so blessed by it. Believe me, I am so happy, like so happy. Oh no, there we go. Well, that kind of chewed it, so let's just see what we can do here. Let's try and work it backwards. Work it a little bit backwards. Okay, that worked. That worked. All right. Not the only one. Yeah, sometimes you do. And like I said, sometimes you get a little emotional, like, what's my problem? And that to-do list gets so long, and then there's so many things that can distract you. So many things. Okay, so here's where you is going to sit. Kind of not popping out too much. I tried to use it with a little bit of a navy color, which, kind of like that. And then we're going to bring in some of these little die cuts. And I don't know what the cure is for that. It isn't just to get up and move, because that does not work for me, but I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. If I did, believe me, I'd share it. Okay. And the little trick I did with these die cuts is I didn't actually cut them all apart. So I kept some of the leaves together, so that way, like, I could just die cut a bunch of them and not have to position that all at once. So, okay, so let's think about how we're going to do this. I'll probably just I've got 2 of each of these, so I'll just probably do 2 in each corner. Yeah. Oof. Does everybody have lots of gifts to send out, or do you live close to family so you don't have to pop over to the post office? Most of our family lives far away, so we tend to have to mail a lot of it. That's okay. I think in between I'm going to stick a stamp block on top. just to make sure that things are sticking where they're supposed to. Does everybody have big plans for the weekend? I mean, I know there's all the parties everybody usually goes to, and I'll tell you, one of the cool things that Huntsville has done is they have this, it's called the Tinsel Walk downtown, and various businesses or even families can, I think, sponsor a tree, and then you get to go down and decorate your tree, which I think is so cool. And then we all get to just walk around and see what everybody has done with their tree. And so my husband and I did that last week. Kind of had a little bit of a, I guess, a date night. And just kind of, we grabbed some hot cocoa because there was like a little coffee shop on the way. And we just walked around and saw all the pretty trees. Some of them were memorial trees, which was so neat. And some of them were just businesses. Some of them were silly. It was neat to see how everybody had decorated their trees, though. Lots to buy. Oh, Kim, me too. I feel like I haven't thought much about it like I should. Normally, I'm much more on the ball. I think this wedding, this wedding is doing it to me. Still so many projects to get done for that as well. Most of your family's close. The baby's gifts have been purchased. Well, of course, the baby's gifts have been purchased. Yeah, that's true. Nothing wrong with that. And you know, most of the adults don't mind a gift card. I mean, I never do. That's for sure. My husband and I usually, I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't even think we're exchanging gifts between the two of us this year. I hope not. I didn't get him anything. Okay, so let's do that. You have to get your tree up still. Well, you know, the reason I was so motivated to get the tree up is because we're having people coming already next week. And I was just feeling so overwhelmed with all the stuff that I was like, I've got to. I've got to. I can't wait on it any longer. So I did it right away because I knew if I didn't, it wouldn't happen. So, all right. Oh, those stamp blocks are helpful. Helpful for sure. And my husband's been TDY, which means temporary duty away from home. So, oh golly, the procrastination is tough. Like, you'd think I would take this opportunity. And the first day I did, but I think maybe I'm just missing him. So I'm like... And it's not like this is our first time to be apart. I mean, heck, he was deployed for, you know, he's done the 18, 15, 12-month deployments and stuff. So it's not like, you know, I guess I'm just so used to having him around now. Okay. Oh, I need to check this before I start sticking everything down. Okay. All right. So I like that. I think I'm going to put this one up here. So that's a lesson. Make sure you're checking so that nothing's covered and you don't waste your time, right? Okay. There we go. Hi, Tammy. Watching during lunch break. Well, I'm glad you're here. Okay. Yep. And then we'll put this one down here. There we go. All right. So I like that. I think before I put the U down, because I don't think I'm going to use these. I'll save those for something else. I need to stamp out my sentiment. And so I went ahead and die cut the banner, as you can see, but I stuck it back in here so that it would be easier to stamp. Well, hopefully I'll probably put it in my MISTI. And let's say U. I love the You Are a Blessing. I think that is one of my favorite things, you know, because, well, you all are a blessing for sure. I am so grateful that I get to do what I do, and oftentimes I get to do it with you. I'm enjoying doing lives. I think it's wonderful because I get to actually chat with you. I always try to comment, like when y'all leave comments and things on videos, I try to comment back because I'm always so appreciative, but also, you know, it's a way to connect with you all and But I feel like this is such a great way to connect with you all. I love it. And then I sometimes get emails from you guys, and I love that. All right, so we're going to bring in some white embossing powder. Try not to make a mess of it. I'll use my magic powder bag. Okay, and I think I lined up my word well, so we're going to bring in our Juicy Embossing ink. And I tried to link everything, at least the main products, down below in the description box. So let's close that. Yay, okay, I think that worked. So I'm going to actually peel that out of there before I emboss it. Let's hold that with our emboss or our reverse tweezers so I don't burn myself, because that can happen too. Okay, and it's not totally centered, but it's okay. It's okay. It's close enough for me. Okay, we did it. We were successful. And if you could see this room right now, oh my gosh, it is such a mess with everything going on, all the projects. Yeah. Okay, so let's put this all away before we dump it, because that's all we need there. And then I'm going to put some foam tape on the back, because I really do want these to be popped up. So, all right. Where is my foam tape? See, not always on the ball. You know what? I'm going to use some, we're going to use some skinny strips for the back of here. And then some regular foam squares. Let's hope I have a few more of these somewhere. Okay. You crawled out of yours, can't possibly get any worse. No, mine can't either. Now, you know, I think I had mentioned that I purchased a Cricut maker over Black Friday. I definitely need more of those. And, okay, well, so I purchased the Cricut maker, and so then what do I do in the process? Well, I have to buy a few more accessories to go along with it, you know, like some actual fabric and things. And so this room has just turned into a nightmare. So, a nightmare. You love my Slimline. Tammy, you're so sweet. Thank you. I'm so glad. That makes me so happy. Let's see. Oh yeah, I got the big ones. So I guess we probably only need one big one. There you go. And then we'll use some of the skinnies for this. Probably could use two, in fact. Yeah, two I think will do it. Might be able to trim it down, but yep. So let's do that. And I lost my scissors. Boy, it has been a day. There we go. And then we'll just stick that back on there. Move those because we're making a mess. Okay. And I don't need this anymore, so let's close that up. All right, I'm going to pop down the U first. Mini Slimline are so fun. And I find they're, you know, easy to send through the mail as well, so. Okay, let's try, pardon my head. That's good. And then we'll peel off the release paper of this. Put that down. Trying to center things. I apologize if it's not. And we'll throw away the mess before we just drag it all over, because if I do, the boys will find it and then they'll run off with it. Okay, but I don't want to stop there. I actually want to bring in some, I had them on my desk, glossy accents. Here we go. I need a new bottle. So we've got some glossy accents. I want to outline the whole word you. So it'll take a minute to dry, obviously, but it's going to give quite an impact. And I do have a card here to show you what it should look like. But I love doing this. It just, you know, because it takes a second to dry, it's not like, oh, I'm going to make a quick card and then I can pop it in the mail. You do need some time for these, as you all know, if you've worked with glossy accents before. And it's fun. I actually used up a bottle of this making the other card. So I don't know about you, but I actually feel accomplished when I use up my crafty goodies. So it makes me feel like, oh, good job, that was worth the purchase. All right, so there are a couple of baubles, and we can easily take care of that with the pickup stick. Just kind of swirl those out of there. I'm going to drag this up and I'll wipe that off because I do have a few areas where it went outside of the line, which isn't a big deal, but if it bugs you, you can tidy it up using your pickup stick because it does bother me just a little bit. We have another bubble. I think I'm just making more bubbles. Okay, there we go. We got it. All right. So that's the card today. I'm not going to add any other embellishments. I like how that turned out. I'm going to hold it up for you so you can kind of get a glimpse of how that looks. And let me show you the other card that I made. You've probably maybe seen it before, but this is the other one. And then check out those glossy accents on there. It's like, and there is another way to do it. You could easily, maybe before you attach down your letters while it's still in the, you know, keep it in this, you could put some embossing ink over the top of it and cover that with some clear embossing powder. And then you could get the same sort of look quickly, and then you could stick it in the mail as quickly as you need it. So there you have it. Thank you guys. Thanks, Kim. Thank you all for those of you who are here. I had fun. I hope you guys had a good time. Just wanted to come on here and make a fairly quick card and spend just a little bit of time with you guys. So be sure to hit the like button if you like this. And I won't be back live with Trinity until probably after the new year because it's a busy time and we're going to have lots of family around and a wedding and everything else. So, but be sure to head on over to my channel and check me out because I am going to be going live there on Fridays. As much as I can, at least this week and next week for sure, and I don't know about the rest of the year, but we will check it out. So, but yeah, thanks for spending time with me. Go off and be amazingly creative like I know you all are, and I will see you soon in another video, okay? Know you're loved, everybody. Bye.